Hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing great. Welcome to our today's session of Meet the Global Leader. In this Impact Talk series, organized by School of Entrepreneurship Development, we basically invite professionals from different countries to share their lessons, to share their journey from their student life and what they are doing now. Some lessons, real life lessons, skills development lessons, and also how to develop knowledge apart from academic studies. As our audience, they are actually university going students based in Bangladesh. So through this webinar, we try to inspire them in a positive way to develop skills and develop knowledge before graduation so that they can pursue their future career right after their graduation. So we have invited today Ms. Denise. It is our pleasure to welcome her to this session. And she's an accomplished journalist, producer, educator, communication strategist, and entrepreneur. And throughout her remarkable career, she has worked with some of the most respected media organizations in Latin America. Um, Also, beyond journalism, she's also a passionate advocate for empowering voices and creating opportunities through communication. As the co-founder of Mujeres Speakers, she has been helping women strengthen their presence, confidence, and leadership through effective communication. So today, Denise, thank you so much for joining with us, and we're delighted to have you with us. Please welcome to the session. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much for the invitation. First of all, I want to say that I'm from Argentina, the same country as Lionel Messi. So I think that's a really, really important issue.
Yes. I mean, maybe you have seen some of the, reels, pictures, and news circulating globally regarding the supports that Argentina team gets from Bangladesh. Yesterday, the ambassador of Argentina in Bangladesh actually took part in a match session, to celebrate watching the match with the students. So yeah, it's a great time. Every 4 years we watch this the greatest show on earth. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yes, it's one of in Argentina. It's under really news that Bangladesh is watching us. So
Yes.
that's why I mentioned, because I know it's important for us, but I know it's important for you too.
Definitely. Great. Dennis, so as you know, our audience, actually, they're university going students. So if you share a brief about how was your student life, how was it in terms of gaining knowledge, in terms of developing skills, how was your student life?
Well, I studied journalism in the University of Salvador in Buenos Aires, Argentina. During my university years, I was an average student, sometimes getting good grades and sometimes not so good grades. But during my 2 first years, I felt like a little bored because everything was very theoretical. And in my third and fourth year, I really enjoy university because the work became much more practical. And that was when I truly stimulate with the career. And outside the academic environment, I start doing journalist internships during my second year, I think. And that experience opened my mind and also opened doors to valuable professional contacts just from the
Absolutely.
university.
Right. And that's very interesting because, students think when they're in the university that it's at the end of their last semester they will go for pursuing their internship, but in our sessions we have seen, like at the age of high school, when they're in the high school, in college, and also in the early semester in the university, they start engaging themselves with part-time work, like internship, so that before graduation they continuously test and develop their weakness, also strengthen their strengths as well. Before graduation they actually continuously developing themselves. So how was it, what actually motivated you to pursue internship in your second year? I mean, and what did you learn, if you share in brief, by doing so?
Well, for me, it's like the university is just the beginning. It's like the base. And with my first professional experience, I think that I complete my education. Here in Argentina, it's common to study and work at the same time. Maybe because we always have like economic problems since I remember. So maybe you need to have like a little job to pay some things about your studies, or but it's like we are really, it's like it's difficult to think that someone ends his career without making any practice of anything. For example, in my first year, I worked in the newspaper of the university because I really want to do that. Because I think that I will get something extra, and also to do something practical and not just the theoric that the career was just giving me. And also, something important, it's like my first experience, my first jobs. Uh, I have that opportunities from my professors. So I think that it's like the university, like your first professional network. And I think that you have to go with the mindset that is not, I'm just a student. It's like a mindset that, well, this professor tomorrow is going to be my colleague. And I think that marks a difference.
Absolutely, and also, like sometimes we think, not we actually, like some students think, oh, they're professors, they don't know much, they seem old, they're backdated, like, so they, like whoever is 1 minute senior to you, he or she knows much more than you. So this is not a mindset we should develop, and also, like their hold in professional sector is also important, because he or she, that professor, has a lot of students working in so many sectors. So if they actually suggest and assist with getting opportunities as a student, it is going to support in so many ways. So, like respect and having a good relationship with the professors, and having this mindset of continuous learning is very important. Thank you for, like mentioning this, because sometimes we don't respect them, like and think of us, we know everything, and this is not a good thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah, sorry, I just want to
yeah,
add that really I encourage students to take a more active role in the classrooms and make themselves visible for that professors, because many professors are involved in companies and organizations related to the field they teach. And through those relationships, first professionals opportunities can emerge, really can emerge. I'm a case of that. I have like 3 professors that gave me opportunities to work. So really try that, the mindset of how is your relationship with your professor.
absolutely. And also this proactiveness is very important, like because whoever wants to learn, like they will find a way, and people are there to support them. That is very important to have that mindset. So, like when you start your career after graduation, how that internship helped you, if you share in brief, that it was a great decision, I did that internship, now I'm getting the benefit of it entering when I enter into the professional sector.
Well, I I think that, for example, I will give you a little example. In This is like 15 years ago, of course, because I got
Yeah.
my degree in that time. But for example, in the university, I edit videos. And then when I get to my first job, I was like the producer that edits videos. So for me, it's like in the university, I prepare something that later can put it on practice in my first jobs. I think that is one important thing. But the other important thing are the soft skills, because we work with colleagues, we work with partners, we have people in charge
Yeah.
in all our path. You have to have empathy, listen to the others. You have to have some really soft skills, because you can have all the theory and everything, but if you're not a good colleague, probably you're not going to be a good professional.
Absolutely, that's really important, and that really matters. Like what we call here is common sense, because like this is a mix of some of those soft skills. It's very important. So like why we are still at your university life, because we try to share a connection. What we do in our university life, it's sometimes actually in most cases going to shape who will become in future. So like looking back, what actually the skills, not skills, but habit or campus activities or personal interests during your student life that quietly prepared you for the communication world.
Okay, well, I'm I'm always been a creative person who enjoy writing and creating stories. Uh, I do not remember any specific habit or activity, but I do remember when I got a career orientation test that everything point toward communication. So when I got here in Buenos Aires, we have like the degree is called in my university is called social communication, and you go there 2 years, and then the students had to choose between advertising or journalism. And now in the last years, they also added public relationships. So when I get in the university, I thought that I was going to go to advertising. And after 2 weeks of just paying attention to my professors, I realized that no, it's journalism. My thing is journalism. And from that moment on, I never doubted about my orientation. But it's correct and more in our times to in
Yeah.
some point just try another thing, or change your orientation or your profession. It's really important, and I also did it.
Right. Yeah. We will also discuss that. We are going to discuss that a bit, because sometimes like as you've shared the point, we think I studied finance, but I cannot go in marketing job. Like apply or work in marketing role or in branding stuff like that, or HR. So yeah, we are going to discuss in brief regarding this, because this is a mindset that I have this major, but I cannot explore that sector. So we will also.
Or you have to, everybody can reinvent yourself and change the course of your profession.
Absolutely. Your early career started in demanding media environments. What were some of the biggest realities, or if there were any shocks that you faced when moving from student life into the professional newsroom?
Okay. I believe that a professional path must be following step by step. And there is no better school than the experience itself. For example, in television production, I perform every task as possible, and I learn from each other. And new responsibilities arrived when I was ready for them. And because my base was strong, thanks for my university, I never felt insecure when facing new challenges. I sometimes think that young professionals want to skip steps, and I really recommend dedicate time to every task, because you had to know exactly how to do everything to have a career and maybe tomorrow have some leadership.
Yeah, that's true. And because sometimes in university life, students think, well, just after graduation, I'll go and I'll have this fancy office. I'll have dinner, I'll gossip. It will be a good time, and I'll just go home. So they think, like as say for example, some percentage of the students group that after graduation it will be their life, because hey, I study, I have studied and I have graduated, I have a degree, I have a certificate. So yeah, where's the job? Where's the chair? Where's my room? So this mindset is very. It's because of there are a lot of this kind of misinformations around around local and globally, that oh, you have to be drop out, you have to be this. So no, sorry for that. They don't promote it that you have to be a dropout, but the way they sell those stories, it seems like there is no need for education, or you don't have to study, or you have to have these. So because of this misinformations available, because every country has different contexts, if you say for example in Argentina, you don't go to study, you do business, you have this environment infrastructure, and you go and you can do it. But here in Bangladesh, it's not, it's a little bit complex. But it doesn't mean that if I want I cannot do. Yeah, but I have to follow some steps, and sometimes you think, oh, it's too much. So that is really important, there are some ladders to go next step one by one. It's not like like today I'm here and tomorrow I'll be a millionaire. So this patience, this mindset is very important. And at the same time, initially they say, oh, my salary is not my income is not good, but I think I would be a millionaire in first month, but where's the money? So this is a dilemma, like the university graduates in most cases are
Yes.
facing.
I want to add that professional development, learning, and gaining experience takes time. And also, the ego can work against
Absolutely.
us. For example, I remember a young professional who used to work with me. He became upset because he no longer want to serve, for example, coffee to guests on a television program. And I know that from my first day until to my last day in production, I am going to serve coffee. it's like part of the job, and you you don't need to dramatize those responsibilities. We all do at our jobs things we like more or we like less, but all the tasks are important. So take care of your ego. You're not going to be less important because you serve a coffee to a guest that is is giving you time to speak on television, is giving his time to you for your program. So I think that things, it's about the soft skills we talk at the beginning.
Absolutely. Also, like it's about respect. If I, like serve you coffee, or if I make my own coffee or tea, it doesn't mean, like, oh, I'm not an important person. It's not like that. Few days ago, I was experiencing an incident where an intern was discussing with the office staff, and almost about to cry on that moment in the evening, that I just started my internship few days ago, but I'm every day I'm doing overtime. It seemed too hard in that way, so it was like 1 hour after the office hour, like normal time, and it was like it was an interview session, and she was like almost crying with the office staff that this is not the way. But it is the beginning, like she has to cope up and adapt and talk with her supervisor, rather than like sharing it with other colleagues from different departments. So it was not a good. So this is the thing. It is also there is a due to like the environment, because students in most cases here, they are always like with assignments, like with these competitions and all these negative misinformation around us. If you're not skilled, you're not going to like even land a good internship. So it's about like the skills or that, but almost no one, no platform has been sharing how to develop those skills, how to implement those skills. Everyone is, you should develop leadership skills, you should develop like soft skills. It's a very common thing, but what kind of soft skills I should develop, like how, by developing, say for example, this empathy, why I should be empathetic, like why people are talking about emotional intelligence. What is this? It's a scientific matter, no intelligence is there. I don't want to know about that. But the point is, there is no basic understanding. People are sharing the cases, like how it is, why it is important. That is the fact, like students are continuously feed with negative information, with so many people, so many platforms. So that's why they are like confused, when they're at university, they're confused. Being a professional, if I say, oh, if you don't have like six fingers on your left hand, then you will not get a job. So they'll think like, oh, I should like add an artificial finger, then I will get a job. So this is the problem that like we have mostly in Bangladesh. The real cases of skills are not there. So it's really really important to have, and to always respect what you do. You're not doing any unethical work tasks, so you should like respect your job, respect yourself as well. That's very important. Like there is also a misconception about that, oh, I have studied a lot, after graduation I'll get a job. Once I land it, I will not study anymore. I will not, like I'll just go to office, do my work, I'll do some fun, and get back to home, and that's it. This is life. So if you share in brief regarding why it is important to have this continuous learning mindset, even if we are also in the professional sector, so that they can prepare themselves before graduation, before entering into the professional sector.
Well, I want to connect this. I really, really think that we should study through our entire life. And I can give you my today example that with Valentina, my business partner, and I met while we were working at CNN. And we noticed there that it was often more difficult for women to access to spaces of visibility and influence. So we found Mujeres Speaker 4 years ago. And our agency now works to help professional women navigate their communication challenges. The biggest lesson for me was the transition from being a journalist and a producer to becoming a business owner. It's a completely different mindset. I'm a creativity person, and now I'm all day in Google Sheets. So all the path I made these last 4 years, how much I learned, it really helps me understand the importance to continue studying and learning through our entire lives. And like we said before, it's perfectly fine if at some point in your career you feel the need to reinvent yourself and change the course. And for that, you need to study and you need to learn every day.
Absolutely, it will help, like strengthen our critical reasoning because we're at the age of machines, like technological advancement. So here, this critical reasoning, developing our brain muscle is really important. So you are a communication strategist. Sometimes with you, I am talking with you, you understand, you're responding. I can write you text, I can send you email. So that's it. That's the communication skill we have. If you, based on your experiences, if you share some, lessons or like experiences regarding how just having a great communication skill, anyone can, can do almost like whatever they want with that skill, and how important it is for students to have a very good, like a great communication skill.
Well, speaking well is important, but the entire experience surrounding communication is even more important. For example, the time management, the stage presence, and understanding how to connect with your audience all matters. Effective communication is never just one thing. It's the combination of many skills working together.
Absolutely, and also the big the country to country trading, the business, networking, like also communicating with professor regarding scope, everything matters. So with having a communication skill, you can change your community, you can transform your community, you can transform your country, you can transform the whole world with having a great communication skill. So you have worked with so many great organizations, like leading platforms La Nación, America TV, A24, CNN, Espanol. From your journey, what do you believe helped you grow from simply doing tasks to becoming someone trusted with major editorial responsibility?
Okay. I think that maybe what I told you before about doing everything, I think that really gave me so much knowledge and so much confidence. When you're involved in every little part of the process, you're like obsessed to know everything, to understand every part.
Yeah.
I think that little action for me, it was probably what took me from just maybe being an assistant in production to become a producer, and then an executive producer, or coordinates all a bureau. For example, in Buenos Aires in CNN, I was in charge of coordinated all the team, what we are going to do tomorrow, special coverages. And when I got the opportunity, I had so much confidence in my work, so I never doubt. But to go there, I have first to serve water in a TV show. So knowing and doing everything that you can, and then say, yes, I like this, or no, this I don't like. But you have to do everything to know that. And I insist that I seen young professionals who used to work with me or in my team that, no, I just did these 2 minutes. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's not correct. You have to do it, and prove yourself. So I think that my mindset, brings me to those great places.
That's great. We When you enter into professional sector, it's a fixed and secured life. It's a comfortable life. Like every month, at the end of the month, we get our paycheck. But you chose different path. You start your own venture. Most cases, people have that mindset that we are doing a job. This is it. We don't want to explore other sector, not even other sector, other industry. Being an entrepreneur out of that is like a wild goose chase. So, according to you, what was the inspiration to start Mujeres Speakers? And if you share in brief about what it does, and according to you, the impact you have created so far with your organization.
Well, in Mujeres
So,
Speakers,
sorry to interrupt. It's so difficult to share in brief, but as like important information as you can share in brief.
of course, in Mujeres Speakers, we work with professional women who has important careers in corporate sectors, or they just found their own companies. And we work with these women, the communication strategy, and we work with teams with different communication professionals, and we help them with their LinkedIn, to get on stage, to prepare talks. So we are like in charge of all their communication. And we also work with companies that wants to have important talks, important events with important women that knows how to do their work. Sometimes in Argentina, and I don't know, but I think that this is like globally, someone got into a stage because it has money and could pay for it, or maybe because he's all day making videos on social media, but sometimes his content, or the content is not profound. It's not from the knowledge.
It does not communicate well with the audience.
Exactly. So we work there with women that need help with their communication, and with companies that wants to give space for that women to tell us about their specialties and their experience.
So, women from Argentina.
No, from Latam. We have clients
Okay.
in Argentina, in Uruguay, in Mexico, in España, Miami. We have worked in these 4 years with more than 50 women, professional women.
Wow, that's great. That's great.
Yes.
And if you share a transformational journey, I mean, what is your contentment regarding your organization? That I'm happy that we have done this and we are doing it. That's what makes you happy with your organization.
Yes, and let me tell you one more thing. For me, we say the word mindset a lot during
Yeah.
this talk, and I think that I have a producer mindset, and I think that's also something special, and that's what I took from my other life in journalism and production, and take it to Mujeres Speakers.
That's really great. Since we like there are a lot to discuss and a lot to like share, but due to our short time, we are like almost at the end of our session. But before like ending it, like we have discussed a lot. Say for example, you like if we should do this, you should develop this. Um, how students being at the university before graduation, how should they start? Say for example, I would suggest if you share regarding like starting their career in journalism, who students who want to start their career in journalism in this time, how should they start as a student so that after graduation they can like start their career in faster than in general time.
Well, I'm going to say a keyword: networking. For me, the first networking, you have to, we say it, is like talk to your professors, show how much you care about your profession with your professors, because they know people, they can connect to others. And now, for example, when I got my degree, we just have Facebook at that time, and we used to connect with our friend from the high school, not for professional contacts. Now you can have an excellent LinkedIn profile. You can have your YouTube channel and show how much you can cover news. You can take your phone and go and get material. You can go and knock the door of a newsroom. Nowadays, I think that if you want to work in the news, you can really get there.
Yeah, reaching out effort is the main part, like if someone wants to really do something or get associated with organization or to learn, just have to have this will to like go for it, that I want to learn, you should go for it then. And there are platforms, there are so many scopes to reach almost anyone in the world, like so you just have to have this will that I want to learn. And then there are like tools, there are platforms that will support you to do so. Like with that note, thank you so much, Denise, for sharing like your journeys in very short like notes and discussion. We really share our gratitude for your like time that you have given to us. At the same time, to our audience, if you want to learn more from her, definitely the best way to connect, reach out, connect with Denise through LinkedIn. And if you have any more question, you can ask. Based on her availability, she will respond. And at the same time, you can also share with us regarding if you have any more question, want to ask her, we'll also yeah, like coordinate with her and get the replies. And at the same time, we wish you, Denise, for the very best of luck for what you are doing, and have a great evening. And thank you again for like being here with us today.
Thank you very much for the invitation. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.